Good evening. UNAR University, Material Design for Face-to-Face Environment. My name is Victor Hugo Bolaños Muñoz. First part. What should English language teaching material have? Taking into account Tomlinson in this course, the course books are the most important tools for the teacher in this case and for the learners, because it provides the learner the safety and security to work during the process, and it provides maybe the professional material they need to be successful in this course, and it helps the students, the teachers to save time during the process. But it is easy with adults and teenagers. Maybe adults and teenagers that are taking a course of English for specific purposes. But what happens when we are in other contexts? For example, public schools, the students must take English. Maybe they don't like, or maybe yes, and we have little time. So that we must design similar material. In this case, for example, workshops with blanks, maybe with different kind of activities, with a variety of activities to be developed in class in teams. It is so important to work in teams, and every student must work in maybe some parts or maybe one part of the workshop. In what happened in primary, when we are working in primary, it is so important for little students. They engage in flashcards, maybe videos, maybe easy grammar exercises, maybe drills to practice in class every day to memorize vocabulary. And in the first stages of the process with little children of garden or the first grades of the school, we must use lyrical genre, songs, poems, stanzas maybe, and obviously in every process we must not forget the technology, because it's going to help the adult people or maybe teenagers to work in their houses, to connect with people in different parts of the world, in this globalized world, and for the children because they like so much the technologies. In the second part we must talk about the proposals of the principled approaches, and the first, maybe we are going to begin with the first, real and good exposition to the language. The teacher must think constantly in this, to expose the students to the language constantly, orally, and maybe in the context the students are working just now in the classroom and in the school and in every part. Number second, the learner must be engaging cognitively and affectively. For example, in one of the most important age in our life, the adolescence, an important aspect, and they like so much, for example, the songs that connect their lives with real feels in that age. What a beautiful age and what a beautiful material when we can connect the students with the real life in this case. Number three, a positive perspective about the language and good self-esteem. We must in this case provide to the students the context they feel in this case good in the classroom, and they must avoid the stressful. They must build the confidence with the rest of the team when we are working in English. Number four, inner voice. Inner voice. We must, in this case, for example, connect the students with real events in their lives. It is important to connect the connection of the real events in our life. It is going to help the students to think in the target language when we remember the most important events in our lives. Well, continuing with our job, learners need to feel the like to research. There are a lot of materials that can help the student, for example, to imagine the origin of that material and to research or to like to found the font of that material. I remember this activity, the Angel of the Old, provided by the university. It guided me to try to research constantly about this topic. It was a beautiful activity that I was exposed. And the last, number 6, important to learn and use the language that we are learning in this case. And in this case, for example, we can provide the students material. In my case, I learned with audiolingual methodology, and it is so important to provide maybe audios or videos the student can use when he or them are as isolated in their houses.
Right? Expert advice is something to be ignored. Great men ignore expert advice.
We can give the students this material to try to transcribe in their houses, to try to listen constantly, to try to gain vocabulary. Okay, partners and tutor, that is all for today. I hope to help in this activity. Goodbye.